State of Andhra Pradesh versus Raya Varpu Punayya. A case analysis. In the village of Rompicharla, there are three communities: the Reddis, the Kamas, the Bhatt Rajas. There was factional rivalry and a long-standing political and personal hostility between the groups in Rompicharla village. The deceased, Sarikonda Kotmaraju, was the leader of the Bhattraju faction. The two accused belonged to a rival faction with a history of political and personal hostility toward the deceased. On 23 July, 1968, the accused followed the deceased after all the parties had got down from a bus. They armed themselves with heavy sticks and brutally beat the deceased, despite his pleas. The deceased suffered 19 injuries, including multiple fractures and dislocations. He died the next morning due to shock and hemorrhage caused by multiple injuries. The post-mortem confirmed that there were 19 injuries, including multiple fractures. Several injuries were grievous and compound, and death was caused due to shock and hemorrhage, as the injuries were cumulatively sufficient to cause death.
The trial court convicted both the accused under Section 302 IPC for murder, read along with Section 34 IPC, and sentenced both to life imprisonment.
The High Court reasoned that the injuries were only on non-vital parts of the body and that there was no intention to kill. Death was due to shock and not due to a direct fatal injury. Hence the High Court altered the conviction to one under Section 304 Part 2 IPC. That is for culpable homicide not amounting to murder, and reduced the sentence to 5 years of rigorous imprisonment.
The Supreme Court held that murder is a species of culpable homicide. Section 300 Clause 3 IPC applies when bodily injuries are intentionally inflicted and those injuries are sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death. Intention to cause death is not necessary under Clause 3. Even multiple injuries on non-vital parts, if cumulatively fatal, can amount to murder. The attack was deliberate, pre-planned, and brutal. Heavy sticks were used with great force, causing multiple compound fractures. Medical evidence clearly showed that death resulted from shock and hemorrhage. Injuries were cumulatively sufficient to cause death. The Supreme Court allowed the state's appeal and restored the trial court's conviction under Section 302 IPC. The accused number 2 was sentenced to life imprisonment. Appeal against the accused number 1 had abated due to his death.
The ruling signifies that intention to kill is not always necessary for murder. Cumulative injuries can amount to murder under Clause 3 of Section 300 of the Indian Penal Code.
Thanks for watching.